everybody. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes for everybody to join. We are expecting around about 117 people because 117 of you have submitted their videos. So let's see how many of us are going to be in this meeting today. I'd like to quickly introduce myself. My name is Yasmin Ellis, all the way from London, UK. We've got a really exciting award ceremony prepared for you. Right, so what is WeVoi? We voice ideas, right? You have all submitted videos talking about whatever you're passionate about. Today, we've got three categories that we've got. Youngster Voi, those are aged between 9 and 11. We've got Junior Voi, ages between 12 to 14, and Teen Voi between 15 to 18. We don't have Senior Voi on this round, and I'm so looking forward to announcing the award winners. Let me have a look how many people are in this Zoom session right now. It's 67 people in total. Let's give it another minute before we start. Let's see. And in the meantime, let me know where you're from in the chat. Where are you guys from? How are you feeling? Do you feel like you're going to win the first place? Or what about the second place? Right. Hello to Dubai and to South Korea and Thailand. Oh my God. We're such an international crowd today. Hello, Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam before, but I've never been to Pakistan. I'd love to go one day. Hello to Macedonia and Egypt. Wow, Kenya, Albania. This is so exciting. And hello, Nitesh, all the way to Mozambique. Amazing. Right, I'm looking at the time. It's 4 past. I think we're ready to kick things off. What do you lot think? And hello, Mariana, all the way to Romania. Woohoo! So very exciting. Let's see if we can kick things off with our award ceremony. I'm just waiting for my teammates to start the slides. Okay, so here we go. Right, let's kick things off with a short video about who WeVoi is, what we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, you and I are the main reason why the future is bright.
Gandhi once said, many people, especially ignorant people, will want to punish you for speaking the truth, for being correct, for being you. The world has changed terrifyingly with years. There's now...
Teenagers have ideas, aspirations, hopes to beat world records, plans to heal the world.
Don't do anything to please others. This will not make you happy, and this is not the right way of doing things. This is the easy way, and this can only lead you to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, in an ideal world, men and women should have equal rights and opportunities to do whatever they set their mind to.
An ideal world? Well, of course, we can only live in an ideal world if the world itself, our planet.
Then it struck me, J.K. Rowling is not going to come here to write my story. If I want to write my story myself, I have to write it myself.
Well, the key thing overall is you have to keep this window, this square window, active. Whether people are watching on a phone or whether they're watching on a screen, this needs to be active to keep them engaged.
We all do it. A lot of people use the and the when they're thinking. So when we're using those words, it's because our brain's trying to catch up with what we're going to say next. So it's kind of a way of trying to fool the audience into thinking that we know what we're going to say next.
Where you go in and see yourself in your head, going in and loving the situation, seeing yourself confident, shoulders back, going and talking to you, feeling calm, or going to the exam, writing, pouring out of your pen, brilliant, this, you look at it and think, wow, did I write that? You know, it's almost like what you've got to do is realise, because your imagination, your memory are very closely linked to the brain.
I want to give people the confidence that not only can they live their best, most inspired life, but that they can share their message and have the confidence to really make the biggest positive impact in the world.
All right, so that was a short video about what we do at WeVoi. We've done a little throwback to some of our previous candidates and some of the teachers and people who've spoken about public speaking, right? It's so important for our future at school, at university, in our careers, right? So as you can see on the screen, these are the prizes that we're going to be announcing later on. So the first place winners, second and third place winners are going to be winning cash prizes. Oh my God, this is so exciting. At 2:45 p.m. exactly, everybody's going to receive their virtual certificates in their emails, right? But in this award ceremony, I'm going to be announcing the gold medal winners. So the first, second, and third place winners. And we're also going to watch their videos. How very exciting. Right. Let's move on to the next slide. But before we kick things off with the award ceremony, I'd like to welcome our keynote speaker, Marilyn Mateo. I'd like to read a little bit about her. She's got a very impressive career. She was a high school English teacher for 16 years, teaching speech and debates, literature, creative writing, SAT, PSAT, and she's also an associate producer of Latin Affairs on WBAI's On the Count Radio. And she's an alumnus of New York University, having majored in English and philosophy. She began working as a senior re-entry specialist for Rikers Island 5 years ago after witnessing the school to prison pipeline, and is currently a coordinator for the New York City Criminal Justice Agency, nurturing her group facilitation and speech experiences. Her goals are to publish her work and conclude her PhD in urban education. And today she's going to be talking about public speaking. How are you, Marilyn?
I am well, Yasmin. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. How is everybody on this call doing? I want to see some smiles, some eyes winking, some faces. I see some of them coming. They're beautiful smiles. So, as you know, I have been an educator for over 16 years, and I consider myself a lifelong learner, meaning I love to learn. I am 46 years old and I am still in school, and I love to learn because learning is a lifelong ability. So one of my favorite quotes is by Eleanor Roosevelt. Do you guys know Eleanor Roosevelt? Give me a thumbs up if you do. Okay. Give me a thumbs down if you do not. We learn something new every day. Okay. And then we're going to do pinkies during the speech if you agree. So we have thumbs up if you know, thumbs down if you're learning, pinkies if you agree. I will be utilizing those hand signals throughout this speech. So Eleanor Roosevelt was the wife of President Theodore Roosevelt of the United States of America. And when the president would be discouraged, yes, presidents can get discouraged, we're all human, and he would go in front of his audience, in front of his country, and constantly fear what's going to come out of his mouth, even though he was the president, even though he was well prepared, and he had a wonderful team of experts like ourselves and Yasmin to guide him. Therefore, his wife, the strong woman that she was, told him, now listen carefully, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. I will say that again because it is powerful. And I reiterate that I am 46 years old and I heard this when I was 16 years old. 30 years later, I remember. That's how your speeches are going to be. You will speak so that people will remember your words 30 years later, such as I have remembered Eleanor Roosevelt's words. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So basically, no one in this world can make you feel bad, can make you feel less of a person if you do not give them the permission to. And how do we do that? We do that through what I call PAC. P-A-C. PAC. Now, what PAC is, it is personality, authenticity, and confidence. And we are going to unpack this PAC together. So we begin with personality. A lot of speakers are under the misconception that you have to speak to the audience, that you have to read or tell a story. Marilyn Mateo disagrees with that general knowledge, and I'm going to express why. I am not here to convince you. I am here to share with you. I personally do not believe in speaking to an audience. I believe in speaking with an audience. Notice the difference in words, not to an audience, with an audience. If you speak to an audience, do you think they're interested in you in your life? Do you think they really care? No, they have their own lives. If you speak with an audience, you're engaging the audience. You're allowing the audience to participate. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So we want the audience to engage. We agree? Yes, yes. Therefore, I believe in speaking with an audience so that you're able to convey, to deliver the person that you are. Now, through a show of thumbs, how many of us have watched TED Talks? TED Talks are speeches given by celebrities and experts on any given idea or field. If you have not had the opportunity to engage with TED Talks, I suggest you Google them today or tomorrow and look at a couple of TED Talks. You are not to copy them. They are excellent speakers. You are to take notes and develop them within yourself. I am not here to give you advice and tell you what you should do. I am here to tell you what worked for me and why I am being called as a master of ceremonies to speak at your award ceremony. I have also spoken at Harvard University. I've spoken at Columbia University, and I've spoken at Yale University because of my personality, my authenticity, and my confidence, my PAC. So we begin with your personality. You have to be you during your speech. You are like a fingerprint. You are not able to be duplicated. Your words and your thought process are so unique that there's no one else in the world like you. Therefore, you want to convey to the audience your personality. You want them to know you. So don't put up a front. Don't fake the funk. You are you, and you are wonderfully made. Therefore, you must let the audience know how wonderful you are through your personality. So the three aspects we're going to discuss: personality, authenticity, and confidence. Personality comes from the words that you choose, and you have to embark on your own verbal voyage, meaning use your own words. Do not try to be something that you're not, because that will feed into your nerves. How many of us get nervous when speaking? I'm nervous right now. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm very nervous right now. However, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I'm letting you get to know me as a person. And I hope you pass good judgment, because then that will render my success as a speaker the same success that you are having now by being at this award ceremony. So with the personality, you have what's called authenticity. Authenticity is being genuine. As you youngins say nowadays, keeping it real. Being you. You do not want to be someone else. It doesn't matter how well they speak, because you can speak better in your own language, in your own culture, in your own personality. Therefore, you want to speak confidently enough that you can sell ice to Eskimos. That's how confident you want to be. And the only way that works for me to be confident is sharing my personality, being genuine, being myself, and not copying other speakers. And most importantly, your confidence will boost. And the audience, let me talk a little bit about the audience. The audience nowadays basically are not idiots. The audience that you engage are very intelligent individuals. Therefore, you have to be one step ahead of them with your personality and your authenticity. Can we agree or disagree? Yes, we agree. Your job as a speaker is to not be emotionally manipulative to the audience. When I say that, that means that you're not trying to convince the audience of how you feel. No one cares about how you feel. They care about how they feel, not how you feel. So you don't want to convince people of your emotion. However, you want to share it. And your job as a speaker is to transfer the gift of an idea in the listener's mind. The idea in a listener's mind will then allow food for thought. And that food for thought will allow your words to remain as Eleanor Roosevelt's words have remained with me for 30 years. Therefore, we want to speak being ourselves, being genuine, showing our personality, and that will boost our confidence. Now, being nervous when speaking, just as I am nervous right now, does not in any way whatsoever mean that you're not going to do a good job. There's no such thing as getting rid of your nerves. Nerves are part of our system, our genetic makeup. So we're always going to be nervous. The key aspect here is to control the nerves. Right now, you cannot tell that I am extremely nervous. You only know that because I am conveying that message to you. But I feel good about my personality, about my message, that I am able to speak to you with such confidence that I'm not trembling all over the place. I'm not nervous. That's how you want to convey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is how we want to speak. You want to minimize your nerves. You can't dismiss them. You do not want to succumb to them. You do not want to give in to them. Your word is final in your pack. And that's the message you want to share with your audience. So, public speaking, in conclusion, allows you to be a master of ceremonies, the microphone commander, the MC, and you become an authoritative figure as a result, without saying, I am the boss, I am in charge, I am standing in front of the room. No, your body language, your enthusiasm in your words, your study of the audience to convey reactions will give you a successful, impactful speech. Do we have any questions for me or about what I said? Please raise your hand or unmute yourselves and feel free to ask me any questions you may like. I am located in New York City of the United States of America. I am on the board of WeVoi, and I love everything that Olympia stands for. So I am here at a completely different time state because I care and I want to make an impact on you guys. You are the future. You are the individuals that's going to take care of me when I'm 90 years old. You are the ones that are going to make decisions for your parents and grandparents and family members. It's all about you. So make sure you unpack your pack. Any questions, please? I invite all questions. Unmute yourselves and ask me any questions.
Right. So Marilyn, they can't unmute themselves. And as they raise their hands in the chat, in the Zoom, we can unmute them. So I can see Robert Kimani. I'm going to unmute you and go ahead. Ask your question, please.
How long have you been studying philosophy?
I studied formal philosophy for 7 years at New York University and Fordham University, and then I read it on my own. So I've been studying philosophy, I would say approximately 18, 19 years, Greek and Roman philosophy specifically.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
Very, very impressive. Any other questions, guys? Let me know in the chat or raise your virtual hands in Zoom. Aiza says, very motivating speech. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome.
Last few seconds, guys. If you got any questions, it's such an honor to have someone like her, Marilyn Mateo, with us today. So if you've got any questions, raise your virtual hands or let me know in the chat. I'm happy to read it out loud. No questions and no ma'am is what we are getting on Zoom. Marilyn, thank you so much for this.
You are very welcome. It is an honor. I am motivated to live life knowing that I see so many beautiful and handsome faces taking on the world. I think Robert Kimani has a question. I see his hands up.
He's already asked a question. That was the same person.
Okay, great.
Amazing. So I'm just having a look at chat. Loads of thank yous and a lot of people who've been motivated. And I have to say, you're such an inspiration, Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right. So guys, just before we move on, I also want to add, because we're such an international group of people here today, English is also not my mother tongue. So I've only been in the UK for 13 years and I do work full-time as a TV presenter. I'm hosting events on stage. I'm working as an MC. I get nervous too. And because English is my third language, I sometimes get super confused with my words. So don't worry if you have the same feelings. And it was such an honor to have Marilyn with us today. So I feel very inspired. But now it's time to announce some awards. Ooh, let's go. Right, so we're going to start the award ceremony officially right now. Let's have a look. The first category coming up is Youngster Boy. Who's it going to be? Let's start with the third place winner. All right, a huge congratulations to our third place Youngster Boy winner, Brielle Maxine C. De La Cruz, all the way from Mozambique. Wow, congratulations to you, my darling. Let's have a look at your video.
When the coronavirus pandemic started, I feel like we are in the Disney movie Frozen, where Elsa froze the entire Arendelle and everything was put to a halt. Hello everyone, I'm Brielle Maxine De La Cruz and I am going to talk about putting forward resiliency. Lockdowns, death uproars, discontinuance of schools, and closure of business establishments bombarded the world. Public health protocols, such as using a face mask and social distancing, are stipulated to contain and slow down the spread of the virus. The pandemic is instigating a substantial degree of fear, stress, and anxiety in our community and the world. In facing the realities of temporary unemployment, lesser physical contact with other family members, and homeschooling, it is important to look after our mental health. Children around the world may wonder why they don't go to school anymore or why they can't play outside with their friends. Parents need to explain the situation we are facing right now. Confinement alone is mentally straining, especially for us who loves to play and socialize with our friends outside. However, there are things I like about this pandemic. It gave me plenty of time to spend with my parents at home. I also had the chance to discover new skills for myself, such as playing the piano. I took the advantage to become a better person despite our difficult situation. We can always find moments of hope and resilience amidst this uncertainty. During this time of disconnection, it is especially important to stay connected with our family and friends. By using technology as a tool to communicate, we can help them feel less isolated. Let us try to find ways to indulge ourselves in productive activities. Staying optimistic in these trying times is a huge help to keep our sanity. A famous pearl of wisdom states, "Always look on the brighter side."
All right, so that was Brielle Maxine De La Cruz. I'd like to know if she's around because I'd like for her to steal the spotlight from me and say a few words. I couldn't find her amongst our participants. Let me know in the chat if you're here, Brielle. I'm having a look in our chat box. I can't see. Maybe Brielle is not here today, but we will be emailing her, and that was absolutely amazing. What did you lot think of that? Let me know in the chat box. I thought her variety of choice of words, her eloquency, her posture, everything was ultimate perfection. I absolutely loved it. I'm having a look at chat. Saif says, amazing. I totally agree. Sejal says it was perfect. Okay, I am here, Brielle Maxine. So we do have Brielle here. Manolin Mobo, are you here under a different name, Brielle? Let's have a look. Manolin Mobo, I have unmuted you. Is that working right now? Right, I'm not sure. Ah.
Hi. Hi.
Brielle, is that you?
Yes.
How are you feeling? You are our third place winner.
I'm feeling happy.
Well, how did you prepare for this?
Huh?
How did you prepare for that?
How did you prepare for this amazing
My
speech?
parents helped me.
Well, your parents are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brielle, and best of luck to you. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, so that was Brielle, who's our third place winner. Let's move on to announce our second place winner. And that's on our screen right now. Second place winner in the Youngster Voi category is Napat Warathanat Chakul. I hope I said your name correctly, all the way from Thailand. Let's have a look at her video.
Do you know what this is? This is a Thai garland. It is made from jasmine and roses. Thai people use it to pay respect on special occasions. You would think I would buy something like this from a flower shop, but no. Once I bought it on the streets from a girl who was barely my age. Her name was Mali and she was homeless. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to use this opportunity to speak about homeless youth around the world. The Foundation for the Better Life of Children states that 30,000 children are on the streets of Thailand. The main reasons of them working and living on the streets are family problems and domestic violence. In the case of Malik, her parents lost their job and weren't able to pay rent, so they were evicted from their home. But Thailand is not alone in this problem. The National Center on Family Homelessness states that a shocking 2.5 million children are homeless in the US. So what can you do to improve the lives of homeless youth? Here's what you can do in your local community. First, donate necessities. This includes food, water, and clothing. Second, fundraise. Educate your friends and family and raise money to support the homeless. Third, advocate. Speak up about how your country can use laws and policies to support the homeless. Your actions in the local community may seem small, but if all young people are united in their actions, your actions can lead to a big change. Together, let's make a difference.
Congratulations, Napat. If you can unmute yourself. And first of all, can you please educate me? How do I say your name correctly?
It's pronounced as Napat Warathanachakul.
Okay, I wasn't too far off, I hope. What was your inspiration in picking this subject matter?
I helped a lot of homeless people and we donated a lot of money to help charities. So I thought about this topic and I thought it would be inspiring for other people.
It was definitely very inspirational, Napad. Thank you so much for that. And is there any advice or is there anything that you've done specifically which you believe has helped you achieve the second place winner position?
I received a lot of support from my family members and my coaches. So I'd like to thank them.
Napat, thank you so much. And let me know, what would you like to do when after graduating from university? Is there a career route that you plan on choosing?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay. It will come to you very soon, I hope. Thank you so much, Napat, and congratulations one more time. Thank you. All right. So I'm having a look at the chat. Loads of people agree with me. Everybody's saying amazing, Napat. Robert is saying congrats. Anila agrees. We're all huge fans of Napat, aren't we? Well, thank you so much, Napat, for this amazing submission. But now it's time to announce our first place winner. Okay, so first place winner is Saif Fakihi from United Arab Emirates. Wow, congratulations, Saif. Let's have a watch of his submission.
The greatest leaders are not the ones who do the greatest things, they're the ones who get everyone to do the greatest actions. Ronald Reagan. Greetings everyone, my name is Saif Fakihi and I'm an Emirati student at grade 6 studying at Gemsral Academy, Dubai, and today I'll be talking about true world leaders. First of all, to identify who true leaders really are, true leaders always practice, as some say, the 3 R's: respect for self, respect for others, and most importantly, responsibility for all. Also, when referring to a true leader, this can range from being the head of a team-based group project, captain of a football team, all the way to a president of a country. No matter what, anyone can be a leader, though only if they choose to be one correctly. People might consider being a leader of their choice, and that is perfectly fine, though what many world leaders seem to be implementing in today's world is that they just want to be a leader to take the position, pride, and attention. And on the other hand, there are respected leaders such as Greta Thunberg, Nelson Mandela, and Bill Gates, who will be remembered for centuries for their great actions and their ability to positively influence the entire world with their lasting legacies. In conclusion, people might consider what I'm saying as something only referring to famous leaders, whereas in reality this message goes to everyone. Whether you're starting out your own group or considering yourself as someone who should be a leader, the best thing to do is be encouraged by such inspirational leaders that we have seen. And remember, a true leader is someone who allows their followers to embrace their skills and abilities so that everyone can achieve their dreams. A true leader is someone who puts others before themselves. A leader is someone who makes a difference. Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm really happy and I'm very happy with the outcomes. I have worked really hard and I'm glad that it's come to a good conclusion and outcome.
That was an amazing speech. Remind me what those 3 R's were.
I believe it's respect, resilience, and I guess remarkable performance. But of course, there are a lot to add on to that.
That was really, really good. Very impressive. And are you in some vintage library right now?
This is just a virtual background. It's just a virtual background.
I know it. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations, Saif. And yeah, I hope to see you again.
And if you don't mind, I'd like to just touch up with a few words regarding WeVoi as a whole. So WeVoi is a competition that allows young, intelligent minds to share their opinions and thoughts about a certain topic. This not only develops the skills of public speaking, but through these we get to really understand the world around us, how and especially how it works when thinking in depth about such topics. For instance, like in an ideal world or My Voice Matters. All of these topics are incredibly influential and simple to understand, but the explanation of it and its impacts, like why it should be supported, how it should be solved, and general ideas of it, and most importantly, what the people of my generation think about it, is really meaningful and valuable to speakers like me. And I've participated in numerous public speaking competitions, but none of them have been as amazing as WeVoi. And this is because even during COVID-19, WeVoi has allowed us to share thoughts and opinions on a topic yet our ideas, and all whilst being on our homes with the comfort out of our desks. Thanks to WeVoi, today's students and tomorrow's leaders can connect from across the world whilst being able to learn very important 21st century skills. To summarize, if you can speak, you can influence. If you can influence, you can change lives. Rob Brown.
Wow, thank you so much. We do appreciate the compliments. Can we have that in a Google review format, perhaps? That was amazing. Let's have a look at the chat. What do your friends all around the world think about that? Wow, Robert says, well said, Saif. Iman says, congratulations. Asma says, wow, exclamation. Wow, I agree. Saif, thank you so much. Well done to our first place winner.
Thank you. It's an honor to be participating in WeVoi.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next category. Next up, we have Junior Voi top results. Let's start with our third place winner. And our third place prize goes to Melanie Ying Hui Yoon, all the way from Malaysia. Right, let's have a look at her video.
Sitting in the LRT and a migrant worker comes to sit next to you. You instantly decide to wake up and stand up for the rest of your journey. Why? Is it because his skin color is different from yours? Your house help eats dinner at the same time as you, but she sits on a different table. Why? Is it because she is poor and of a different social standing? I am a human. You are a human. And so is the migrant worker that was sitting on the train. And so is your house help. Then why are they treated so differently? What we eat, how we speak, where we come from may all be different. But deep inside, we are the same. We are human, and we need to start accepting and respecting everyone's individuality. Humanity should be our race. Love should be our religion. There are thousands, even millions of people who are being treated badly, and because of that, they have chosen to end their lives or they are severely depressed. Usually, migrant workers and people experiencing poverty are the victims. They are human too, so why are they treated so badly? I once saw a kind man giving police officers cold drinks because they were conducting checks in the hot blazing sun. Be like that kind man and lend a helping hand. I once heard a story about a family adopting a child from their house help since their house help sadly passed away. They educated the child and raised her to become a successful nurse, and today she is part of a good family. Be like that family and change someone's life. Can you see how one's kindness can impact another's life? Even if you cannot change the world, you can change someone's world. Be kind. Kindness is contagious, and unlike the coronavirus, this is the only kind of contagious that we want in our world. Even a little bit of kindness can change the world. Humanity should be our race. Love should be our religion. Thank you.
Oh my God. Melanie, I felt your passion. I felt your emotions coming through that video. That was so emotional. And me being an immigrant in a different country as well, I can totally relate to the message that you were trying to convey. Why did you pick this topic, Melanie?
It was such a serious global topic, and I feel like people don't get enough. I mean, people don't pay enough attention to this issue, although it's such a serious issue.
Wow, congratulations. That was absolutely perfect. I'm kind of lost for words now. Can you please tell us maybe how you prepared that speech?
I kind of thought of a topic, and then I decided to think up ideas and put them to words. And with the help of my mom, I managed to make such an amazing speech.
Wow, shout out to mom. Mom is also amazing. Aren't all moms? Okay, Melanie, well, congratulations. That was absolutely amazing. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the award ceremony. Thank you. Thank you, Melanie. Okay, let's have a quick look at the Oops, we've moved on to the next award. I was going to quickly read the messages on chat, but alrighty then. Let's announce the second place winner, I guess. So, second place winner in the Junior Voi category is Sophia Fakih from all the way in United Arab Emirates. Let's have a look at her video.
We live in a world that is far more open than it may seem. And you probably think I'm crazy for saying that, so let me explain myself. In today's world, unique individuals play special roles in connecting the bits and pieces of our societies to create one global community. And there are two important words that we need to analyze here: unique and connecting. The word unique relates to diversity. Diverse is a word that's thrown around quite often by motivational speakers and teachers alike. However, it is truly the only word that effectively describes our planet. In today's world, diversity is the norm. We have international schools where 60, 70, 80 nationalities of students are studying under the same roof to equip themselves with the skills they need to open the mysteries of the universe to further open our world. So, door one to opening our world is already open. Then there's the connecting part. Right now, you're able to watch this video because of social media and technologies. Platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Reddit, all of those are allowing people to express their ideas and express their uniqueness and connect with each other across miles. Isn't it just amazing how humans have been able to take metal and plastic and ones and zeros to create platforms that allow them to connect over seas and over planets? Global connectivity has granted me the freedom of speech to express my thoughts and ideas, but also the freedom of movement so that I could, using a click of a button, travel to the entire world and share my valuable opinions with the entire planet. So door two is open. But there's a catch. Unfortunately, as I speak, there are thousands and millions of people who are dying in terrorist attacks, bombings, shootings, wars. We need to learn to put aside our differences and embrace our uniqueness and connectivity as a human race. Because in a world where we attack each other for being of different skin tones or religions or genders, we'll never be able to achieve openness. So we live in an open world, but not an opened world. We are developing, innovating, creating, and ideating at such an exponential rate, and we're almost there. So it's up to people like you and me to open the final doors so that we can live in a truly opened world. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Sophia, the chat is going crazy. And every time I see you, what do I say? I say, Sophia for president. Sophia, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, and honestly, I'm super honored to have been given the second prize for this competition. I think WeVoi, for me, it's definitely been a life-changing experience because I've had an opportunity to not only share my ideas, but I think the most important takeaway here is to listen to the opinions of like the intelligent other competitors in this competition. Like just in the previous few speeches I've listened to, I've been left speechless by their speeches, which I think it's rather ironic in the sense that, you know, their speeches left me speechless, but I think regardless, I love how the ethics of WeVoi's mission, like it perfectly lines up with with the speech that I gave, right? Because we need to live in an open world, and that's only possible if we celebrate our diversity, if we celebrate our differences, and through connecting platforms, which WeVoi has given us. Because I think WeVoi fosters the idea of sharing our creativity and spreading our opinions throughout societies, because it gives every young leader and every person gets a voice. And that's something that unfortunately in today's world, you know, we don't really have that much of a chance, but WeVoi has given us a chance to do that. And it's a huge honor for me to have been awarded with the second place prize. I think it's definitely one of the greatest achievements I've ever had. And I cannot wait to do WeVoi again and again in the years to come.
Sophia, let's have a look at the chat. Marilyn Mateo says, powerful, Sophia. You're a natural public speaker. And yes, diversity is the norm. So because you're a second place winner, what kind of advice would you give about public speaking? Because you're so naturally talented.
Thank you so much. So my main advice is just speak from the heart. So I do a lot of coaching and This is the one thing that my students always hear me say, speak from the heart. Like, it's to the point where they mock me with it, but that's truly the best way to put it. You shouldn't let other people put words in your mouth. Don't say something because that's what society wants you to say. If what you're going to say is controversial or different or something that people won't agree with, say it anyways. Because, and then this is again one of the WeVoi topics. Your voice matters. You know, your opinion is yours. Whatever you have to say, don't be afraid that someone else might have already said it. Even if 1,000 other people said it, you can still say it. But it's even better to just try to put yourself into your speech. Don't try to put someone else or some ideas that have been forced upon you. Just speak from whatever you find natural. And for those who, the second part of my advice is that for those who feel like who are anxious with stage fright or they don't like public speaking because it makes them nervous, my suggestion to you is just remember, everyone is in the same position as you are, including myself. Every human, it's a natural human reaction to be nervous, to be anxious, to be afraid when you're sharing yourself with the rest of the world. So just remember that, and remember you're not the only one. If you do stutter, if you do make a few mistakes, that's completely normal, right? It's not something that you should beat yourself up about, because you just accept the fact that it's inevitable. And if you're still nervous, the very basic thing, just breathe. Take a few deep breaths in, out, just calm yourself. Think about, what are you shooting for? What are you aiming for? And know that you will get there. And you should be good.
Wow, Sophia, thank you so much. I couldn't have put it better myself. Wise words. So that was Sophia, our second place winner. But now it's time to announce our first place winner. Let's go. And the first place goes to Matea Stoev from North Macedonia. I hope I said that name correctly as well. And let's have a look at her video.
We may all have different color, nationality, name, or religion, but at the end, we are all over the world. We're all children. We're all the same. We dream about having a home and a family gathered around the table. We dream about having a bed and a teddy bear to hug every night before sleep. We dream about a lunch bag and going to school with friends. We dream about having a birthday and a birthday cake with candles to blow. We dream about clean clothes and hot water to bed. We dream a dream for a decent life, and it's not a life trying to survive. Stop with the stigma. I challenge the world. They do not need our pity. They need our humanity. Let's be the change that we want to see. Let's be an example that will start from you and me. Open your heart and give a hand. What they dream about is not a huge demand. Buy them fresh water. Give them something to eat. Don't close your eyes for the children on the street. Make them a surprise. Prepare a gift. You'll see a tenderness hidden behind a cliff. Give them a hug. Don't run away. You never know what life can bring us one day. Take them to the zoo. Let them have fun. In their eyes, you'll see joy, same as by your daughter or son. Let's help them live a life where they will not need to survive. Let's change the things and speak loudly about this team. Let's make come true every child's dream.
Matea, I have goosebumps. I have chills on chills. How are you feeling about your awards?
I'm feeling really overwhelmed, to be honest. And being a part of such a competition is a wonderful experience because it gave us a chance to think, how can we make the world a better place to live in it? It encourages us to share our thoughts and raise our voices in order to make a positive change. I raise my voice for every child's dream. I raise my voice for all the children that are less happy than us, for the children whose everyday life is a struggle to survive. And as I said in my video, it is not a life trying to survive. That's why I proudly dedicate this success to all the children around the world, hoping that raising my voice for them will raise our awareness of their existence and will motivate all of us to change the things and help them live a decent life, a life where they will not need to survive.
Matea, the chat is going crazy. Everybody's commenting about that and the production value. I mean, who filmed that?
Actually, thank you so much for my producer. He's a family friend, but he helped us a lot. This wouldn't be possible without them. And I want to say special thank you to my school and my professor Beza.
And who came up with the storyline of finding, the ruins and then the flowers? Whose idea was it all?
It was actually all my ideas.
Oh my God, Matea, you're a brilliant person. Thank you so much for joining and, inspiring us all. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Wow. Everybody's saying excellent ideas. Manur is saying, oof, wow, with loads of W's. And Ian Yoon says, that was very good production quality. And I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Matea.
Thank you too.
Thank you. All right. So we're ready to announce the next category of winners. So next up, we're going to announce Teen Voi top results, a different age category. So let's start with the third place winner, and that is Nguyen Ngoc Queen from Vietnam. I apologize if I said that incorrectly. I will get him to say his name for us later on, but let's start with watching the video first.
Lately, I've been reading 1984, a dystopian novel by George Orwell set in a totalitarian state where even the language they use is controlled. Adjectives are forbidden, and instead, they use phrases such as ungood, plus good, and double plus good to express emotions. As I first read this, I thought how impossible it would be to have such apocalyptic vocabulary. However, the more I thought about it, the more I realized it's already happening. I type messages to my besties, and alongside each is the obligatory emojis. I know a picture is worth 1,000 words, but since when friendly emojis and punctuation have become a basis of communication? They say you'll face a sentence if your sentence ends with a period. Texting with an unpunctuated wow, and immediately your friend is flooded with self-doubt. They say emoji Latin text is so warm, and the period is a stunned look with crossed arms. 'Cause after all, emojis are playful and non-threatening, aren't they? Even cuteness overload with a devil face. But I wonder, with our excessive use of emojis, are we losing the beauty and diversity of our vocabulary? Not really an assassination of literacy, but more like a reluctance to convey moods effectively. So it's easier to hit the heart button than to voice your appreciation. Send a smiley face without a flicker of emotion. Using emojis while texting isn't the problem, let me just emphasize. Since the communicating emotion is crucial to human interaction, emojis are used worldwide. But we're becoming distant, it no longer satisfies to engage with one another and look into people's eyes. All the emojis we enter, they're just an illusion of intimacy, companionship, and a sense of inclusion. A world where emojis smile, but you remain indifferent. Where we share our emoticons, but leave out our emotions. Say emojis, after all, is just a tool of communication. Enrich your words through emojis. Don't let emojis restrict your conversation. Give people your love instead of giving them your like. Meet up and smile face to face, leave emojis all behind. Thank you for your attention.
No, please unmute yourself and teach me how to say your name properly. I apologize. Right, let's ask to unmute. see if we can hear her. Okay, so we've got the wrong person. We've got the wrong person, unfortunately. Apologies for that. Right, so I believe Nu is not here, but she was absolutely amazing. What a current topic. Emojis, and that felt like spoken words. It was fluid. It was amazing. What did you lot think? Let me know in the chat. And again, we apologize to Hardan for putting you in the spotlight. But unfortunately, our third place winner is not here today. So we send her our best wishes and she will be emailed the good news. Right, we're ready to move on to the second place winner. All right, so our second place winner in this category is Yan Sao Xuan Yoon, all the way from Malaysia. Let's have a look at the video.
Words. Words are a powerful tool. Words can ensure the success or failure of an individual. Words can mend a broken heart. Words can even determine the fates of organizations and countries. And words can determine the next leader of a world power. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit together at the table of brotherhood. As these words were being uttered, people clapped in support of Martin Luther King, as these words gave them hope, and it gave them hope for a better future. Speeches are comprised of many powerful words, and they are used as a calling. People use it to get people on their side or to see from their point of view. For example, Abraham Lincoln, the Gettysburg Address, 272 words. They are the most important 272 words in American history. In just 3 short minutes, he was able to end the war and start an abolition movement in America. Not only that, but he also managed to memorialize all 8,000 of the casualties involved in the war. And this speech is so powerful that it is still being studied today in American history. All of the greatest orators in history, whether it be Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, or even Winston Churchill, they are all proving that the word is mightier than the pen and the sword. Winston Churchill's speeches put a fighting spirit into his troops, and Subhash Chandra Bose managed to show that India is independent enough to live out of the British rule. So ladies and gentlemen, your words could alter history, whether it be for the good or the bad. Your words have power, and it's all up to you how you use it. So use your words wisely. Use your words to inspire. Use your words to heal. And most importantly, use your words to create change. Thank you.
Wow, Ian said, use your words to create change. I could see you smiling in the beginning there. How are you feeling, Ian?
Hello?
We can
you
hear
me?
you.
Yeah, I guess I'm feeling a bit happy because I wasn't expecting to go this far in this competition. But yeah, it's a good result that I'm quite happy about.
I think it was a very well-deserved award for you, Ian. That was really, really inspirational. Would you like to explain to us how you wrote that speech from the beginning to the end? Where was the inspiration coming from?
I think majority of the inspiration was coming from watching other speeches, and I found out that I couldn't get anything from those speeches that I wanted to like write about. So I said, like, if I'm gonna watch speeches, why don't I just write about like the nature of speeches? So that's basically how it came about.
Is there anyone that you idolize?
Speaker wise?
It could be a speaker or anyone whose career that you admire.
If we're talking about speakers, I definitely idolize Barack Obama.
Good choice.
Yeah, he has
very
very
good choice.
speeches.
He's very charming, isn't he? Just like you, Ian. And thank you so much for joining. And yeah, congratulations once again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right. So let's announce where we're at right now. First place winner. All right, so the first place winner goes to Robert Kimani King Ori, all the way from Kenya. Let's have a look at
Hi
his
there.
video.
My name's Robert Kimani Kingori. I'm in my second year of high school here at Light Academy Secondary School in Kenya. And today, I'm here to talk to you about individuality. Now, first of all, individuality simply refers to specific traits that set aside somebody or something from others. So when I think about it, the word uniqueness tends to come to mind. Now, every human being on this planet possesses this trait, meaning that we're all different in different ways. And sometimes, humanity has let our differences divide us far too easily. But today, I'm here to let you know that there's more beauty in our differences than people tend to realize. Let's look at the way humanity has progressed over the millennia. We've gone from hunting and gathering and sometimes even scavenging for food to producing it on our own on a large scale today. Even transportation itself has evolved throughout the millennia, from people simply walking from the past until today, all the way to people traveling through space. I'm pretty sure if you told people 100 years ago that by the year 2015, humans would have already set foot on the moon, they'd have looked at you like you lost your marbles. But as of right now, these are simple facts. It's the truth. And it's all thanks to the unique individuals that society has helped produce. People who took pride in their individuality and weren't afraid to take the risk of sharing their unique, crazy ideas. Now, let me give you a more recent example. As of right now in the year 2021, let's take a look at Elon Musk. He built an electric car, which is supposed to be impossible. He got it to run for hours on end over hundreds of kilometers, which is supposed to be impossible too. And on top of that all, he built a place to charge it as well, that Tesla can offer to place in your home nowadays. Now, I've said the word impossible 3 times over the span of the last few seconds. And in every instance that I said that word, its meaning never truly showed, meaning that impossible can just be a word sometimes. And society's view on what's impossible is often based off assumptions, meaning that you shouldn't let anybody talk you out of an idea that you believe is truly good and may truly benefit society. Don't give in to negative dogma. Please. Now, let me tell you how I believe you can make the most out of your individuality. First of all, you have to sit down and ask yourself, what are your dreams? What are your motives? What are your plans? Do you know what your goals are? When you think about them, can you think clearly? And can you stay focused while working towards them? Once you're able to provide a suitable answer for all of those questions, you will be ready to take the first step towards your goal. I guarantee you that. While you're in the process of doing that, you have to remember to stay patient. Will Smith once said, you don't just wake up one day and decide you're gonna build a wall. You have to gather your materials and say, I'm gonna lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid, and do that over a span of time. And eventually, you'll end up with a pretty sturdy wall. Now, individuality is great and all, but you shouldn't let your uniqueness make you believe that you're superior to others in terms of your position as a human being. That's just wrong. You have to respect other people and their opinions, even when they differ from your own, because you have to remember, we're all different in our own ways. We all have our own uniqueness. And it's because of this that we have a great variety of things in this world. So that's the beauty of it. Now, you also have to remember, you shouldn't try to take on all of your problems and all of everybody else's problems alone, for that will truly lead you to failure. Instead, what you should do is gather comrades that you can trust and rely on, because remember, human beings are social creatures. We can't survive alone. I want you to remember one thing. It doesn't matter where you're from, or what your social status is, or whatever it is you may lack in skill. No matter what you think, you always need to remember that anybody in this world can make a difference and anyone can shine. Thank you.
Robert Kimani King Ori, that speech was fit for a true king. That's what I have to say. That was amazing. Robert, how are you feeling right now?
I'm honestly feeling really good right now. I'm honored to have placed first in this competition. I've got to see a lot of other people's views, and I feel like that'll help me grow more as a person too. Thanks for the opportunity. It's been really fun, and I look forward to participating more in the future.
Robert, you are aware that in the chat you've got some fans now, and I was just about to say future president, prime minister, but Elisa beat me to it. So what do you want to do in the future, Robert?
Honestly speaking, I want to be a lot of things. I want to be a software engineer and an entrepreneur. But while doing that, I think I might also pick up a few other skills along the way. So I can't really specify on one thing.
We don't know whether if you're going to get into politics or not, but if you do, the future is bright for everyone in in this planet, I reckon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Robert, very well deserved first place winner. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you.
Can I take like 1 minute to thank the people that helped me shoot the video and edit it?
Of course.
First of all, there's my supervisor. His name's Mr. Senya. He helped a lot. He's the one that pushed me to participate in this competition too. And then there's this other man who helped me shoot the video from, I think he's from the administration side of our school. He helped me shoot the video, so I'm truly grateful to him. Thanks a lot to Mr. Nicholas, and big shout out to my friend Eugene, who helped me compose the video and get it like that. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Thank you to all of your friends and teachers that have helped so that we could get to meet you today. So, all right, that concludes our award ceremony. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, I just want to quickly remind you all that we are on social media. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. If you've taken any pictures today or if you want to post your certificates, please do so and tag us on social media. We would like to share them with the world. So yes, please do that. And maybe you can meet the people in today's award ceremony. You can make friends with them. You know, you can become virtual friends across the continents. And yeah, congratulations to all of our award winners still. And that concludes our award ceremony. Please check your emails. A lot of you have received your certificates, if not gold, but you might have received a silver or a bronze certificate. So please go and check those today. I was your host, Yasmin Alice. Lovely to be with you all. Love you all. And see you at the next WeVoi award ceremony. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a lovely week.